representing the legendary Al Davis. And the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Has this at the 6. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by a national champion, his lone year Brock at the Ohio State University. He entered the NFL as a 6th-round pick. It's Will Howard.
First 2 letters of his first name really fit. Instead of Will, I'd go Win, because this kid's a winner. He was a winner at Kansas State. He was a national champion at Ohio State. He's gritty, he's tough, and he just finds a way, Kate, no matter what the game calls for, to make a difference.
He'll start on the ground. Dowdle kicks away from one. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
Going to the ground again on first. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. And gain 11 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
He'll go play action. Howard. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he's going to pay off this first down run with a nice pickup of 9.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the ground again with Dowdle. He dodged the tackle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop was made. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
1st and 10. Here's Howard. Escapes the pocket.
The positive, that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. You got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
The Raiders' 9-yard line.
Second down now, they need 7. Out of the gun, Howard. He brings it in. Play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Into traffic, complete! And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Facing fourth down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Boswell able to knock it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
Chris Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Things going well so far. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
First down, play action. Ooh, on him quick there. They bring him to the turf. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains, that's exactly how you're looking to start.
Well, I imagine that first play woke them up as they get set now for 2nd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Gonna keep this one and go. And this defense is gonna win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
You know what? It's a pretty doggone impressive feat of strength to hold the line against a sneak, even when you know it's coming.
So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. This is Genty. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about 19 yards on 4th down, partner, and the call to go for it pays off.
That's a dream come true right there as a play caller, Kate. You leave the offense out there on 4th and inches. You try to pound it forward just to move those chains, but you get the best of both worlds. You move the chains for a lot more.
First down, and they go right back to it. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
36-yard line.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A tight end in motion now. This time it's a passing play. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. It's not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's going to run for it. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
10 yards. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun give here to Genti. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders want up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive.
Matt Gay set.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long. Throwing now, Howard. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Now they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
On fourth down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. Back deep for the Raiders, Trey Tucker. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. Oh, he spins right by him. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Second drive coming up for the Las Vegas offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genti. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It's a screen play to Genti. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's good for a
At that
Las
down and
Vegas
distance, this group was pretty
down.
confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. So long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's a throw. He's going to tuck it and run. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This is Genty on second. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Their offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Genty from the gun. Yeah, good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They're going play action. He shovels this one forward. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Gay's kick is good. It add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Wilson with the return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers send running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's the give to Dowdle. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Dowdle again. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On the toss, here's Dowdle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. And Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. It's a screen play to Warren. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the gun, a run for Dowdle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Comes inside the 35, and he'll finally be taken down at the 25. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's another Steelers first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We'll go with Dowdle on the run. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Chris Boswell for the point after. He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Steelers tie things 10-10. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Trey Tucker to return it. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And last drive left them in a little bit of limbo, Brock. They were happy to leave with points, obviously, but not happy that they had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown.
Coaches love to say on offense, let every drive end in a kick. The bronze medal's a punt, silver medal's a field goal, and now they're going to be striving for that PAT, the gold medal.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. We give up the guts. It's Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. This gets forward to around the 29. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They go play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Giving this to Genty. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
10 more yards.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing off the play fake. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. He finds space, middle of the field. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Gay on to line up this field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Gay's kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Steelers, then running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Howard. Steps up and he's running with it. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Howard now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And the Steeler first down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Howard looking to pass. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Howard. And this one doesn't go far. So a field goal game at the half. A good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Now Boswell on to send this away.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And off to Genti. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10
Well, more
at the
often than not, it's the
35-yard
passing
line.
game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing now off the play action. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's now 3rd.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he's brought down at the line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Steelers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Dowdle can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
27-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Howard. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and short, Howard. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He'll try and run this. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Coming left is Genty. Streaks away from one. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Working on first down. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Genty. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. He's going to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Las Vegas sends out the punt team. It'll be A.J. Cole doing the honors. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Nearly starts the drive with the 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. On the ground again with Dowdle. He dodged the tackle, and he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
First and 10. Here's Howard. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That throw by the rookie out of Ohio State, good for a chunk of yards and a first down.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, man, the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Here's Howard, first and 10. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Warren quick on the draw. Here's a design run. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Makes the catch. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Dowdle has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a lead just before the end of the third.
Touchdown, Steelers.
It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Boswell to add the PAT. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Raiders 13.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Tucker now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10. First play is going to be again to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
This is the end of the third quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. They break the huddle. It's second down now. They've got a man in motion. This is Genty on second. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass in that RPO scheme offensively. Feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Throwing from the gun. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So first down from the 41. They're going play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Back to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Steelers in the dime for this third down. Third and long for him here. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. To the air, Howard. Hits him on the in route. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10. Here's a run to Dowdle. Continuing to move past the 45. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Warren here from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's going to run for it. And Howard wisely avoids taking a hit at the end of what was a nice productive run. Gets him a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Steelers first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, he lost the football! And the Raiders get to it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them, and to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession. Nearly saw them trade fumbles there on back-to-back plays, Brock, but a chance recovery kept one turnover from answering another.
Kate, can we please?
Yeah,
can we
sure.
please hold on to the football? Somebody! I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind up here.
Breathe,
and you know what the defenders are going to do? They're going to smell blood in the water, and they're going to be swinging as wildly as I am here in the booth.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Back to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And that fair catch corrals just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
The Steelers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Space pass for 35. Down the left sideline he goes. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down, and they go right back to him. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the fourth. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. All right, here we go. Second down. Working now from the gun. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Now, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw.
The Steelers set to punt it. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders losing by 4. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, talk to me. What you got?
Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. This is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Fits it through the middle. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Now he takes it, and he is down to the 30-yard line. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. Back to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down.
Hey, we working on the wide receiver. We working.
To throw. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.